Signs you are a super empath, the narcissist's worst nightmare. Have you ever felt someone else's pain physically? Can you sense when something isn't right? Do you feel extremely overwhelmed in public places? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may be a super empath. Super empaths possess unique qualities that separate them from other types of empaths. Now, in this video, we'll look at all the subtle and not so subtle signs of a super empath and why a super empath attracts narcissists or they attract narcissistic personalities. Super empaths are highly sensitive and intuitive. These are things you should know. Number one is that super empaths are highly sensitive and intuitive. They physically feel others' emotions and they are hyper aware of their surroundings. Super empaths prefer solitude to recharge and they often engage in creative activities. To manage being a super empath, maintain a self-care routine and set healthy boundaries with loved ones. Narcissists are often attracted to super empaths because they want to feel important and desired. And super empaths make others feel that way. So, a narcissist will feel important and desired when they are with a super empath. So, what exactly is a super empath? A super empath has an uncanny ability to feel others' emotions. Unlike normal empaths, super empaths don't just sense other people's feelings, they physically feel them. Super empaths are incredibly intuitive and compassionate, making them exceptional friends and partners. They possess high self-esteem, which contributes to their strong core identity. They aren't willing to compromise their beliefs to please or fit in with the crowd. Super empaths are frequently targeted by narcissists because they are so kind and giving. Narcissists crave admiration, so they seek people who understand and essentially worship them. Super empaths are skilled at detecting abusive behavior like gaslighting, minimization, and deflection, which both intimidates and attracts narcissists. So what are the super empath traits? Number one is highly intuitive. With unmatched intuition, super empaths possess the mysterious ability to guess things they haven't been told or aren't supposed to know. Super empaths are masters at detecting emotion, and they can easily recognize if someone's hurt or upset. When you follow your intuition, is it usually right? Do you ever get the sudden urge to call a loved one to confirm your gut feeling? Has someone ever told you that you have psychic abilities? Now, super empaths have a strong desire to help others. They have this innate desire to help people, and they eagerly seek opportunities to improve their community. Whether it's taking care of a sick pet, helping an elderly person cross the street, or volunteering at a local shelter, super empaths believe their purpose in life is to uplift and improve the lives of everyone around them. Do you believe the smallest actions make a big difference? Are you willing to sacrifice your time and energy to help a stranger? Do you enjoy volunteering or tutoring others? Now, super empaths always see the best in people. While many people are quick to judge, super empaths are deeply compassionate. They actively listen to others and they see things from different points of view. You won't ever catch a super empath supporting haters or shutting people off without hearing them out. Now, do you always give people the benefit of the doubt? Have you ever been told you are dating someone below your league? Or has someone questioned why you hang out with weird people? Now, super empaths are also known to be truth seekers. Super empaths are essentially walking lie detectors. They know when something isn't adding up, and they always find out the truth. Their effortless ability to detect lies helps them navigate relationships and eliminate toxic people out of their lives. Have you ever cut someone off because you found out they lied to you? Have you ever caught your partner cheating on you? Do you confront people if you suspect they're hiding something from you? Super empaths are very sensitive to others' emotions. Compared to other types of empaths, super empaths possess the highest level of empathy. They not only absorb the emotions of people around them, good or bad, but they physically feel their pain, a phenomenon known as mirror touch synesthesia. While this allows them to connect deeply with others, they also feel mentally exhausted if they are around negative people for extended periods. Has anyone ever told you that you are too emotional or too sensitive? Do you feel drained after speaking to people because it feels like you are experiencing their situation? Do you feel an emotional response to someone days after talking to them? Now, super empaths have a strong core identity. They are known to be self-confident. They have put in the necessary work to not only act confident, but to be confident. And they stand firm in their beliefs, values, and morals. Super empaths aren't afraid to speak their truth, even if they are the outsider in a situation. Did you successfully avoid peer pressure growing up? Do you stand up for what you believe in, even if no one else agrees with you? Are you okay with losing relationships if your core values drastically differ from others? Now, super empaths are also socially aware. Paired with their extreme intuition, super empaths are skilled at reading the room and picking up on subtle social cues. They are experts at reading body language, so any expression, gesture, or tick doesn't go unnoticed. Can you tell if someone is lying based on their body language or behavior? Are you aware when you are being too loud and need to adjust your volume? Do you understand why a certain topic might not be appropriate in the workplace? Super empaths are easily overwhelmed. They are hyper aware of their surroundings. So public places are a nightmare. Crowded rooms, busy streets, and even large gatherings with friends can be overstimulating, making it hard to focus and be present. Now, do sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm you? Do you feel trapped or panicked if you can't escape a crowded area? Do you avoid going to the mall or grocery store? Do you feel more anxious than excited when attending events like concerts or sports games? Now, super empaths are also introverted. Since super empaths are sensitive to the environment, they enjoy being alone to protect themselves from negative energy. Solitude allows them to fully rest and recharge, but it doesn't mean they're lonely or socially awkward. Super empaths still maintain great relationships with people, but they're not afraid to dedicate time alone during the week to avoid emotional overload. Do you find yourself more energized by yourself than with a group? Are you more excited by ideas than activities? Do you prefer a few close relationships to many casual ones? Do you work better independently than with a group? Super empaths are also independent. Whether it's eating at a restaurant or attending a new workout class, super empaths aren't afraid to do things by themselves. They don't rely on others for their happiness or sense of self-worth, and they don't care how they're perceived by others, especially strangers. So, are you comfortable being seen alone in public? Have you ever attended a concert alone or gone to the movies by yourself? Super empaths may also struggle setting boundaries. Sometimes super empaths struggle to set boundaries with people because they can't separate others' emotions from their own. They want to help and protect their loved ones, so they find it difficult to say no, even if it means sacrificing their personal happiness to ensure everyone else is okay. So have you ever been called a people pleaser? Do you feel like you are letting someone down if you tell them no? Are you afraid someone will like you less if you don't agree with them? Super empaths are also performative. Some super empaths feel like they are putting on an act to please others. They might act like the funny one in one friend group, but then be the mom in another group. Whichever role fits better with the group dynamic. They don't necessarily change their personality, but they are highly aware of how they are perceived. Super empaths want to uplift and humor everyone around them, so at times they might feel a bit fake, even to themselves. So do you change your personality in different friend groups? Do you often plan what you're going to say or practice a conversation in your head? Super empaths are creative. They are naturally curious and reflective about the world, which translates into their alone time. They are more imaginative than the average person, so they are constantly brainstorming new ideas and engaging in creative activities, especially related to the arts. So, do you enjoy learning new skills or activities in your free time? When you listen to music or watch movies, do you fully immerse yourself in the experience? Super empaths are known for super empaths. They are also generally they are empaths. Now, what is the self-care for super empaths? How do super empaths take care of themselves? So, prioritize your own needs. If you're sacrificing your happiness to please others, you are sabotaging your health and well-being. Consider your mental state before tackling other people's problems, and take care of yourself. Exercise regularly, eat balanced meals, and be sure to get at least 7 hours of sleep. Develop a self-care routine to relieve stress and improve concentration. Remember, if you're not in a good place mentally, you can't take care of your loved ones as effectively. Also, to take care of themselves, super empaths should set boundaries with loved ones. Supporting someone doesn't equate to being their therapist. Accept that it's not your responsibility to heal others. And understand that boundaries are necessary to maintain healthy relationships. To establish boundaries, reflect on your needs and clearly communicate what is and isn't acceptable behavior. It's perfectly normal for boundaries to change over time, and every person has the right to express their feelings. If you aren't comfortable with something you previously tolerated, don't feel guilty for changing your mind. Again, super empaths to take care of themselves, they should avoid negative media outlets. Looking at the news can be overwhelming and stressful. To emotionally decompress, limit your media consumption throughout the day and focus on positive stories. If looking at the news stresses you out in the morning, avoid exposure until the late afternoon or evening. Disconnect yourself from electronics to improve your well-being. Choose a day to be offline completely or create a tech-free zone in your home. Also, to take care of yourself as a super empath, take short breaks regularly. To avoid overstimulation, schedule short breaks throughout the day. Step outside if possible and allow the fresh air to clear your mind. Being empathetic is exhausting, so focus on your breathing and try to stay present. If you are bombarded with thoughts, listen to your favorite album or a light-hearted podcast to take your mind off things. Now, let's look at the super empaths and narcissists. Super empaths are compassionate, while narcissists aren't empathetic. Narcissists are either incapable or unwilling to recognize the emotions of others. Empathy requires assessing your own vulnerability and shame, but narcissists refuse to view themselves as anything other than perfect. Super empaths understand who they are and who they are not, which allows them to show empathy. They are not afraid to be vulnerable and share their insecurities with others. On the other hand, narcissists believe everyone but themselves is less skilled, less important, and less capable. Super empaths have high self-esteem, while narcissists are insecure. Super empaths are not codependent. They have faced and healed their past traumas, and they are unapologetically themselves. Narcissists, on the other hand, are codependent. They seek validation from others, and they often create a false image of themselves, inflating their accomplishments and self-importance. Whether it's repeatedly insulting someone or calling them a hurtful name, narcissists often pick on other people to feel better about themselves and boost their sense of superiority. Super empaths learn while narcissists believe they are always right. Super empaths consider various perspectives before making a decision, and they aren't afraid to admit their mistakes. They want to grow and evolve. Narcissists are arrogant and entitled, so they have to be the smartest in the room in any situation. Even if someone else is more informed about a topic, narcissists often override the conversation to feed their ego. Narcissists lack the skills to genuinely apologize, so even if they are clearly in the wrong, don't expect them to take accountability for their actions. So empath, narcissist, or somewhere in between, where are you? If you're wondering where you rank, then watch this video again and again, and you will have an answer to your question. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.